Play the music, Amari. You were playing the piano. Come on. Play piano. Come on. Well, he's definitely connected piano to noise, to notes. Forget that hand, play piano. Okay, people. So, busy. So, what I'm going to do is I told my neighbor over here I'd give her a couple of walnuts. This one here looks like, I know what this one is. I can tell by the leaf. It's the big ones, the big English walnut. That's what that is. So she'll like that one. Hold on a minute.
Hey!
Okay.
Go!
Right now we're just looking for a yard sale, but do you see any trees? I don't see no trees. They've all been wiped out. Pretty much. See, mansions. They're just mansions. That's all they are. Look how big that is. Do you honestly think that I'll be able to live in something like that with my family? Ever? Never, people. It wasn't built for my family. Right? My family is not on people's minds. Right?
107.20. Yeah.
Okay, we're looking for a yard sale.
107.10.
But they
so
faked
that means we must be getting close.
Thing. It's right here.
107.20 again?
Okay, people. So anyway, it is August 22nd, 2019. 11:45 p.m. 15 minutes before midnight. I've been pretty busy. What I've been doing is I've been buying appliances. I bought a fridge and another deep freeze. A fridge to replace the fridge downstairs because it's an old fridge. It's just a used fridge that I bought, but still it takes effort to go out and make these arrangements. I still have to clean it. And the deep freeze I got to make ice cream and stuff for Amari. Yogurts. I can make yogurts. So what I did today is I got up into my bathroom, up into my shelves or wherever, and I pulled out the yogurt makers, because I have more than one, from my Value Village days, right? Which today, as I was pulling them out, I'm like, well, this is good. I can make a batch. I can do 4 or 5 batches at one time. You know, make them all in one, like within 2 hours, right? And put them all into their little things and make the yogurt, and then I can just freeze it. Right? I don't know if you can freeze pudding. But anyway, definitely ice cream. That kind of stuff, right? Whipping cream, I think you can freeze. Like as in whipping cream. Whipping cream and strawberries, that kind of thing. And then what else did I do? Oh yes, and I bought a bed frame. Right? So I'm gonna have to haul out beds, and I'm moving things around, right? And the weather is changing, so the spiders are coming in the house. So, you have to start dusting the corners and pulling out and wiping. It's a dusty house. It's a dusty yard. With these big-ass trucks going up and down the street 5 days a week, all day long, back and forth. And we're talking big dump trucks pulling other big things behind them. Big cement trucks now, and big gravel trucks. And oh, it's so stupid, people. And they're starting in the back. They're starting in the field, which means they're going to be starting in the back. So all this dust just blows into my house, right? Not to mention what's being tracked around at the bottom of the feet. So I'm kind of just rearranging things. Bought major appliance. Well, I wouldn't consider a little deep freeze a major appliance, but a fridge, bed frames, having to move things around and pulling out yogurt makers, and my feet are killing me. They're just killing me. I've been tired too. I did some yard work. Oh, and I bought a huge ladder. Those kind that open up and can go up like, oh God, I don't know, 100 feet high. I got one of those finally after 10 years, people. And I'm trying to encourage Edgar, who lives downstairs, to, fix the gutters, right? He'll get paid for it. And something on the peak of the roof, up in the top of the house, some boards flew off. So I gotta get up into my attic and look around. Sometimes I think I hear something above the vent where my stove is. So I don't know. I don't hear it very often, but every now and then I hear something. So if we're gonna be fixing up that peak with those boards missing in there, doing the gutters and other fucking repairs, porch repairs, people. I'm so exhausted, but I'm trying to stick with the format, right? Get in as much as I can in a day. Obviously, some days I have more energy, and canning, and I'm still canning. I canned 5 more jars of applesauce. I'm just doing applesauce and apple peel syrup right now. And there's just a little bowl of apples. The apples are almost done off the tree, so I might get another 2 or 3 more jars of applesauce and a few more jars of apple peel syrup, will be fine. I'm debating whether I should pick the blackberries tomorrow, because I haven't done blackberries since the last time I did blackberries, and what's that been going on now? 5-6 days. So they're ready. It was nice. It rained, and then today was nice. So tomorrow will be nice, which means there will be some nice ones to pick. And I'm thinking, well, you are going to be making jellos and ice cream and those kind of things. So, you can use the blackberry syrup or juice or whatever. I would probably just make more like a syrup. I have lots of juice jars already. I'm done with juice. I put my juicer away. So I'll probably just make it even more concentrated. I'm thinking just to boil the blackberries this time and then just strain them. And then just turn it into a syrup of sorts. And then use it as you need it, right? For flavor. Free food, people. I bought some more jars today. Yesterday. I was out yesterday. I bought more jars for the things that I'm doing in terms of the squash. I'm going to do some potatoes still, right? Finish up with the apples. I did 3 jars of rhubarb. I still have rhubarb in the front, so I'm going to do that. I want to try and make rhubarb barbecue sauce. I'm kind of looking forward to that. So maybe I'll do a video on that one when I get around to making rhubarb barbecue sauce. Sounds interesting. Just because Andre put me $650 in the hole with Shaw Demand. I think half the movies that he picked, he probably didn't even watch them, people. $650. So I'm having to make payments now. So my food bill has gone out the door. Although I did buy food yesterday. Canned milk for storage. Big bag of sugar. Dog food for raccoons. I feed them every night. The mother and the 4 babies, they come like clockwork. Yeah, they're really hungry too. So, and then of course we took Amari to the eye doctor today. We had to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Right? So I've been keeping pretty full days right now. And just, I haven't had time to do anything really other than just whatever I'm doing at that moment. And I haven't packed up. Oh, why did that do that? Ooh, what happened? Just all of a sudden went on by itself. There we go. And of course my eyes are getting bad too, right? Pressure. My feet are aching. I'm getting old. That must be it. Tisha reminds me, well, you know, Mom, you are 60 years old almost. I don't have time to be 60 years old almost, people. Right? I should be 24 and full of energy. You know what I'm saying? When you have small kids and stuff, right? Especially a disabled child with limited resources and limited space. Anyway, so for the ladies that I'm sending out the books to, you're just going to have to hang in there for another week or 2. Okay? Because I've been kind of busy with major moving things around. You know, obviously the yard is calling me. Right? I'm really happy I got that ladder, though. Because now we can get on to other things. Well, I will do the best I can by myself. I need to get out there and bring out the skill saw and use up some of this wood, and there's that super brain, right? So, but right now, food is kind of like tomorrow I'll probably end up doing the apples because I picked them yesterday in the rain. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday in the rain. Went and got the bed frame in the rain. Went grocery shopping in the rain. Today went to the doctor, and then I went looking for, well, because I bought, a couple of other things. Bought the shelf, so I've been now I'm filling it up, so I'm moving things around, and I'm like, Ooh, yogurt maker. Ooh, yogurt maker. Ooh, another yogurt maker. I can just do a whole batch of yogurts and I can freeze them. Well, that's good, you know. Or I can just make a whole bunch and put them in the fridge, right? And that's good, right? So I'm pleased with that, but it took up half my day in that bathroom just going through that crap and trying to rearrange it, right? And then, of course, Andre and Uncle John's room, a.k.a. the playroom, right? You know, is like full of Lego, like from one end to the other end. And things tossed around because Tisha was just chucking things in there. Like I said, she makes it harder for me. So, but the problem is, part of it is people with these lawsuits that I filed, and just with the, what is it called, debauchery? The papers just piled up, you know, piled up in my sewing room. I should be making pants for my grandchildren and little tops and maybe a little dress for Leia May. You know, I want cloth diapers, right? I have the fabric. I have to cut the fabric and I have to put a seam on both ends. As if I got anywhere to cut my fabric, never mind get to my sewing machine because of all this paperwork. But the paperwork is not the priority right now because the weather's, you know, is going to be changing in the next few months. And I don't like being in the yard in December, people. I've been in the yard in December. And I didn't get very much yard time this year. Having Amari is really slowed me down in terms of just that steady pace. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying, right? So I just want you to know, and for the lady in Kitimat, you know, it's there, it's pending. I think I'm going to just probably send you some little blackberries by themselves, fresh, in a little bag, so that when you get them, you just stick them in the ground, and they'll probably sprout some seeds, like some shoots from the seeds, and then you can start them in a little pot, because Fertile Myrtle wasn't so fertile all by herself. You have to have the males with the females. And if I went out there and started pulling everything, you know, pull this, pull that, send them to you in a little root, who knows what you might get. Because you don't know until they flower. Right? They have to come from the stalk. And I wouldn't know which stalk to pick. So I'm thinking it might be just better just to send you some berries. And the little sage plants that I have, they're just there. So when I'm ready to pack the box, I just pluck it, put it in a bag, send them out, and you'll get a little sage plant. And there's a whole bunch of them out there. So I think about you guys all the time, every day. I do, really. I really do. But I kind of overspent with this being an opportunist when it came to the fridge, the deep freeze, this wonderful ladder. Wait till you see this ladder. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Like, who gets excited over a ladder? Well, some people do, but only because of this house, people. Now that I have the ladder here, it'll be much more easier to hopefully get these things repaired. And then along came the bunk bed frame. Right? I couldn't, you know, it was $180, so it wasn't so bad. And so I've been wanting one for a long time. So when that opportunity came about, I just snagged it, right? The ladder itself was $100. That was a good deal because they're quite expensive, the kind that I have. And then a fridge and a freezer, and then I got this little shelf, and then I bought jars because, you know, I have to keep up, right? I might not have any money in the wintertime because the hydros go up. My rent is going up by $200 this month, right? So everybody has to chip in a bit more, but the thing is, hydros go up in the winter, gas goes up in the winter, everything gets really expensive in the winter, right? So all this food that I'm doing right now should come in handy. So that's why I bought the extra jars, because I just kind of want to stick with the format. So right now, as I'm making it, it's pretty much just going downstairs. I'm not doing videos. I don't have time, and we have lots of them already. I might do the one with the rhubarb barbecue sauce, though. But they get done, they go to the table, and wash the jars, you label them. I'm putting them in boxes, and as I'm doing that, they're going down. And now I'm going to take what's on the table, put them in boxes. They're going down as new ones are coming. So it's kind of like a little assembly line in between everything else that I do in a day around here or wherever I go. Right? Because when winter hits, that's it. I don't like being out in really cold weather and having my hands freeze up on me and my feet get really, really cold working in the yard. It's really hard on me, and I'm not well. And I'm not like I was 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, or even 2 years ago, right? So I'm trying to get in as much as I can as I go. And don't forget, I have to deal with these trees too, right? And I'm still collecting nuts. So I got a few more to do. I did what I had, and I'm now doing a few more because we go, Andre and I, we get them still, right? We found 2 today. The big ones. That's walking. I actually walk a lot with Andre. With this tree thing that I do with him. Right? I'm always walking with Andre. So that's all I wanted to say. I mean, I could sit here and rant on about the injustice of Shimei's situation, the injustice of Uncle John's situation, the injustice of Sierra's situation, the injustice of Amari's situation. Just the injustice of it all, people. Right? I'm just trying to, kind of go like that. And just keep steady as she goes, right? Taking care of home a little bit, right? Getting ready to hunker down for winter. Yeah, because it's coming soon. A couple, 2, 3 more months, right? So, as things are dying, now I have to go outside and snip and bag it up and put it in the compost and dig it back into the ground. And you see where I'm going with that, right? But I know it's been a few days since I've done a video. What was it? The 16th or something? Like, honestly, I don't even have the energy to move all this and then upload, convert, and then put it on a flash drive, then come over here, use Shimei's computer. My son hasn't had time to do mine yet. But I'll do it because at one point I was doing like 4 videos, 3 videos a day, right? I don't know, I was just gung-ho with those videos. And then all of a sudden I just stopped. I don't want you guys thinking I had a heart attack or something. Right? When in doubt, just go to my... Well, I don't even post very much on my Facebook page anymore. I am so disgusted with the public union sector and with just people in general that are, like, I don't even know. I don't even want to go there with it tonight. That, I'm not going to... I just feel like I'm not dropping the torch. So anything on my Facebook is usually gloomy. which isn't anything I want to be, but if I don't stay gloomy on some things, then the people that commit heinous crimes get away with it. So that is the price you pay, being gloomy, to keep the truth out there, right? So, let's see. Yeah, August 16th, 2019, and today is going on the 23rd. So, that was a big gap in there, especially when I said I was going to send these books out and this stuff to Kitimat by the 15th. Sorry. It didn't happen. Not yet. Oh, and I still have to buy a map. I thought I had a map with Canada and the United States. The one I was in my mind. No, the one I have is a big world map. So, I need to write that down because I was out and about just buying ink. And I was in like a store where they would have sold maps. I just completely slipped my mind. So, I need to write it down. I need maps. I need a map. Because we're going to still do that. Soul Train, Justice for Shimei, right? Okay. So, I'm still breathing. I'm okay. My feet just hurt a lot. And of course, but I don't know what to do about that. I'm thinking to go talk to my doctor on a more serious note, right? The problem with that, though, people, and I'm going to leave it on this note, okay? The problem with that, though, is, okay, he's a doctor. I go in, I complain about whatever I'm complaining about. The foot doctor is, there's no, like, there's nothing, there's only so much a foot doctor can do, right? I mean, sometimes it's getting so bad I can't even walk on my feet because I'm on my feet all the time. This up in here, I mean, we're probably looking at an MRI or something dumb like that, right? And honestly, people, I can't see myself doing one. Not because I don't want one. It's because I don't trust them. I don't. After they've done what they've done to my family, Uncle John, I'm going to say Amari, Shimei, and Sierra. I can't really speak for Brooks because he's not around that much. I don't hardly ever talk to him. I haven't, I've seen him once in 9 years, right? And that's when he was here for that little bit. So I can't really speak as to how the healthcare system treats him if and when he comes into contact with them. Right? And at some point, Brooks has to take some responsibility for his woes because he's an alcoholic, just like Sierra. But, at the end of the day, if you're targeted, you're targeted. And unfortunately, my family has been targeted, people. And I've been targeted. And I'm still targeted. So, I went to the doctor. I specifically made sure my file was pulled up so that I could get a referral to go see the eye doctor. And nobody's called me, and that was in June. The year before that, I went to the doctor to get a referral for the eye doctor, and he couldn't give me one because my file had been archived. Fast forward a year, I phone up saying I'm coming in to get a referral for an eye doctor, same one I had before, because I want the eye drops, right? I don't necessarily want her poking on my eyes every 3 months, putting too much freezing agents into it, or whatever. But I'd like the eye drops, and I'd like to try that again. So I phone and I make, I want to make sure that my file is there so that when I ask the doctor for the referral, he has my file and he can do that. That was in June, people, the first week of June. Nobody's called me. So I was going to go today for a blood test. But by the time, I'm tired, people. Like, I'm tired. It's enough for me just to get Amari to these appointments and be open to the individual person that I'm dealing with in terms of a so-called doctor. Right? And don't come in with a big chip on my shoulder, pointing the finger, right? But when it comes to me, do you honestly think that I would be fairly treated if I went in for an MRI to find out what the hell this pressure is going on in my head? Because it's more than just my eyes, people. You have to remember, I run around with a PSI of over 50. And every now and then, it gets all, I have to kind of like hold myself. Not like hold myself, but like I have to really focus and let the wave of, I guess you can say, pain pass, right? To recuperate so I can continue. You see, that's another thing I don't like dealing with. Batteries going low on me and just kicking out the camera, or those little cards just fill up so fast. So anyway, as I was saying, I am afraid to go anywhere near the Surrey Memorial Hospital, first of all. But it's not even the Surrey Memorial Hospital. Because again, those files follow you. And once you're targeted, and your family is targeted, it pretty much kind of stays that way, people. Just look at the pattern. So if I go to my doctor and I say, look, I need to go see a foot specialist. We'll see. What's he going to tell me? Stay off my feet? As if that's going to be feasible. It's not feasible, people. And if I go in there and I say, okay, we need to do, find out what's going on here. I'm wondering if it has something to do with root canals, but the last dentist that I seen just said I should keep what I have. Because I said, pull my teeth. And he said, no. The root canals are not perfect, but they're not bad either. I've had these since I've been 16, people, when I fell off my grandmother's rail and knocked my teeth out. So they've been there for a very long time. And my gum is receding just up in this area where those root canals are. Or, I don't know, something else. I don't know what it is. But I'd have to go for an MRI. And, then what? What are they going to have me go for next? They'll kill me, people. Somebody will do something stupid, and because nobody is ever held accountable for anything that goes wrong in these places, very few people get reprimanded, right? I would think. Because if they were, you'd be hearing about it, and you don't hear shit. Nothing stops them. So I don't know, going to go talk to my doctor if it's going to mean anything. I don't think it's going to mean anything, people. So I have to resolve myself to live with pain that's, you don't even know why it's there, right? In terms of this stuff with the screeching of the ears and just, you know, sometimes my neck is just so tight, right? It's just getting so tight sometimes, right? No, just thank God I don't get a lot of headaches. Every now and then I'll get a headache, but the eyes, right? And then every now and then it will get cloudy for me for about 15 minutes or so. It gets cloudy. Like I was in a big smoky room or something. I guess because adjusting the light, right? And I have fluorescent lights in my kitchen. And Uncle John would tell you fluorescent lights are not good for you, and they're not. But what can I do? I'm trapped with my life, people. So being trapped with my life, I'm just trying to get it a little more organized before winter hits. Right? Make sure I have a selection of food, because paying out $300 a month on a cable bill for 4 months in a row, on top of $450 hydro bills coming in and $350 every month gas bills coming in. Like, you do the math. As CIBC Bank continues to extort me with their $325 a month, that always keeps me at $19,000 owing. Always. It's stupid. So I don't know where my life is going to go, but I'm not dead yet, okay?